Welcome, my friends, to 2024. Before you jump into your New Year's resolutions, because I'm sure you have plenty of ambition and drive and plans and projects and everything else, I want to invite you into a moment to reflect not back on 2023, not on the projects of 2024, but to reflect on this moment in between. So, by the way, do reflect on 2023 and, gratitude and what projects did I pick up, what potential happened. If it was a movie, what movie would it be? If it was music, what genre would it fall under? What genre would each season fall under? Whatever it is, get like a good sense of what 2023 meant for you. And again, with 2024, ambition and projects and resolve to change and to do better and to transcend and to be better and all of this stuff. Like, this is going to be my year. I'm going to take it by the horns, going to do all of that. What if it was music? What would it be? Get a good sense of it. But today I want to invite you to this moment in between. Because with a little bit of work, you can get a long distance reflecting on this moment. You see, thresholds are interesting. In-between moments are very interesting. They're kind of similar to paradoxes. Now, I've said paradoxes like to be authentic, to listen to myself, and to be humble, to listen to the world. I want both, but there's tension between, and that's where the living happens. So, and again, I'll give the other example of to be assertive and to be accepting. Again, tension there. Now, why are these tensions good? Why do I chase them, or why do I seek them? Or I mentioned that in a previous story about adventure and story and it being important to find a paradox, to find an adventure. But they are the closest thing that we can get to the mystery, or they put us in closer relationship to the mystery, perhaps is the best way of saying it. And I find that thresholds are kind of the same. In this in-between moment, we can more easily come into contact with the mystery. Now, what's the mystery? The mystery is the fact that we cannot know everything and I mean that in like a very confined space. In this room, I cannot know everything. I haven't checked every dust molecule for a scratch. I haven't checked every atom for quarks. So just by nature of being alive and finding some things relevant and other things not so relevant, the things outside of my lens, outside of my scope, is just immense. I could never calculate it, because the minute I move my scope, I lose framing, I lose reference. So the mystery is just the fact that life unfolds and life helps you write your story. So there is something ever unfolding, never ending about life. And we can say this about like wisdom or something like that. You want to be more wise. Are you ever finished with wisdom? I got it now and I'm finished. Love for your family, love for your children, your friends, your community. Do you ever just have it and finished with it? Or at the end of your life, does everyone say that they wanted more time with their loved ones? They want more love with their loved ones. It's never ending. So it's this constantly unfolding thing that we call the mystery. Now, that's a very quick kind of description of what it is. And of course, there's thousands of years of books trying to describe the mystery. And if you want one of my favorite quotes that I found over the holidays this year is by AC/DC's road manager, who said that God is the name of the blanket we throw over the mystery to give it shape. I love that. Which, hey, look, that's going to brush different people up the wrong way, but hopefully not. Hopefully that kind of captures your imagination and invites you in to say what the mystery is. But don't get deterred by the word God, and don't get overwhelmed by the term mystery. It is this moment of realizing that we don't know everything and that we can't. And I think that our best moments, as in my best moments, but also just the best moments amongst humans, is when we all recognize that fact. We recognize that we don't know. Comedy is really good for this because it smacks you with something like a bit of common sense or something very quickly to make you realize that what you thought you knew, you're just like, oh, ha 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 ha, and you get that. But I think in conversation, our best moments is when we're genuinely talking, authentically being here with each other, both recognizing that we cannot know everything and therefore we're doing our best within what we have. So, with that said, I have an exercise that I want to invite you into. And this exercise is from John Vervaeke, or that's where I picked it up, and it is called a humble awe exercise. Now, this is sneaky. You will see the dynamics, you'll see how it works, but if the rhythm catches, it really catches. So, the exercise is that you open yourself up, you spread and breathe in just how big and how wonderful and how just there's so much in the world, there's so many patterns, there's so many other agents, there's so many people having different drives, different motivations than yours. There's just so much happening outside of your sphere of understanding. And then breathe out. And I am but limited. I am only human. I am flawed and I am trying my best. Then breathe in. And it's so beautiful, just nature and all the processes that go on with or without me. I'm very glad that they're here, perhaps. There's things happen even if I make mistakes. But what I do matters. Or I want it to matter, or I want to make a difference. I have ambition, I have plans, I have... Then breathe in. And the world will continue anyway. And whatever else. So whatever the conversation that comes to mind when you're doing this, have that conversation. So you're breathing in the awe, the wonder, the bigness, the moreness, the so much going on outside. Just how big the world is, how wonderful it is. And then breathing out and coming back to the finitude, the human, the limited being, with wants and ambitions, but with flaws and failures. So looking back on 2023, so much happened. It was a bit mad. Holy crap. And I tried to keep up with it. I tried my best, and I probably could have done more. But the wheels kept turning, and it's just like, you couldn't write this story. Like, have you seen how much is happening in the world at the moment? And I could help with that. I could make a difference. So this is what I mean. If that conversation gets a hold, you can do that practice for a little while and you can get a long way with it. So that is what I want to leave you with this week. I hope you've had a good Christmas. I hope you had a happy New Year's Eve, a bit of celebrations, hopefully with friends and family. If not, I recognize it's a tough time, but bring that into this practice. Whatever the love is, whatever the sadness is, bring it in. Yes, there was so much love, and yet I feel alone. And I could probably do something about that. Or, yes, there's so much happening outside of me that I feel disconnected from. And that's not my fault. The world's a strange place, and I'll have to fight to kind of make my community, to find my tribe, to find my people. So there's the practice, and I hope it serves you well. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.